Hi, this is Chris Young, and welcome to Good News on Tap for the 22nd Sunday of Ordinary Time. This week's readings in some ways seem to contradict one another. In the first reading, Moses is admonishing the people to follow all of the decrees and laws that God has set before them. And in some ways, you can take Moses' words to imply that following these laws is to promote the image of the chosen people among other nations. He's trying to express that being a lawful rather than a lawless society is indeed something that we should be proud of and will be an example to all of the other godless nations. He's also saying that our faithfulness to God and God's love for us sets a great example to the rest of the world. Yet in the Gospel reading, the Pharisees are giving Jesus a hard time because his followers are not observing the letter of the law when it comes to things like washing and purification. It seems like Jesus is saying we don't have to do all of those things that Moses said we have to do. But that's not what's really going on here. One of the things that we need to understand, and perhaps the Pharisees themselves didn't understand, is that the Jewish people have a complete merging of their civil and religious leadership into one entity, so that some of the dietary and cleanliness laws, which were necessary for safe eating and for public health purposes, were coming from the same source as their moral law. Now, the Pharisees were so fanatical about all law that they would elevate these minor traditions about cleanliness to the same level as moral behavior towards one another. Their attitude was, the law is the law, and so any infraction, even a minor one, was treated with great contempt. Yet the second reading says that all of this external cleanliness is nothing unless you're pure on the inside, pure of heart. It says, religion that is pure and undefiled before God and the Father is thus: to care for orphans and widows in their affliction, and to keep oneself unstained by the world. That unstained comment doesn't mean you wash your hands. It means that you don't let the temptations of the world get a hold of you and ruin your life. So Jesus is making an important distinction about the external rituals and going through the motions versus what's really in our heart. If we go to church on Sunday just to be seen to going to church, or if we go on Ash Wednesday just to show off the ashes on our forehead and don't go the rest of the year, or if we donate money to charity so that we can get our name on a plaque or get public recognition for it, then we're really not living out the spirit of the law. We're doing things for show. So while we want to set a good example by our actions, and we want to see the world what it truly means to be a loving Christian, we need to remember that people are smart, and they can tell when we're just going through the motions or doing something for show, or if we're really sincere about our actions and sincere about our good deeds. Does that generosity and charity and good works really come from the heart? People will know. It's relatively easy to go to church on Sunday and to pray and sing and do all of the external things. But how much time do we really take to care about the internal things? To sit and pray alone in quiet, where no one sees you except God. To take time to work on your own internal spirituality. If you do that, then the good work that you do externally will not be an empty effort, but it will be a genuine expression of the good Christian that you are, and it will show off what your real relationship is with God and His people. And that's Good News on Tap for the 22nd Sunday of Ordinary Time.